Ever wonder what's really going on behind the scenes of Roblox? We all know it as this massive universe of games, a creative paradise where you can build anything you can imagine. But there's a whole other side to Roblox, a story full of ambition, controversy, and some seriously smart business moves that most people never hear about. Today, we are diving deep into the untold truth of Roblox. Let's start at the very beginning, way before Roblox was even called Roblox. In 1989, two engineers, David Baszucki and Eric Castle, created a 2D physics simulator called Interactive Physics. It was designed to help students visualize physics experiments, like car crashes or building collapses. What they noticed was that kids weren't just doing the experiments, they were having fun with it, building wild contraptions just to see what would happen. This sparked a huge idea in David Baszucki's mind. What if you could give this power to everyone, not just in 2D, but in a massive 3D online world? After selling their company, they took that core idea and spent years developing it. In 2004, the first version was launched, but it wasn't called Roblox. It was called Dynablox. Yeah, doesn't have quite the same ring to it, does it? They eventually landed on Roblox, a mashup of robots and blocks, and the name stuck. For the first few years, it was a tiny, tight-knit community. There were no Robux, no developer marketplace. It was just a small group of users building and playing together, laying the foundation for the metaverse we know today. One of the biggest misconceptions about Roblox is that it's a single game. It's not. Roblox is a platform, an engine, and a social network all rolled into one. The company itself doesn't make the games. You do. The players do. This is the secret sauce to their success: user-generated content. They provide the tools, and the community provides the creativity. Think about it. While a traditional game studio might spend years and millions of dollars on one single game, Roblox has millions of developers constantly creating new experiences. It's an endless stream of content, and that's why players never run out of things to do. But here's the part that gets a little controversial: the economy. The entire Roblox universe runs on a virtual currency called Robux. You buy Robux with real money, and you spend it on avatar items, in-game perks, and access to certain games. And this is where the developers come in. Creators can earn Robux from their games and eventually exchange it back into real money through something called the Developer Exchange Program, or DevEx. On the surface, it sounds like a dream, right? Kids and teens becoming self-made millionaires just by making games. And it's true, some developers have become incredibly successful. The creators of games like Adopt Me and Jailbreak have formed entire companies and earned fortunes. But for the vast majority of developers, it's a very different story. The exchange rate from Robux to US dollars is not one-to-one. In fact, it's heavily skewed in Roblox's favor. Developers earn a much smaller fraction of the money spent in their games than they would on other platforms like Steam or the App Store. This has led to a lot of debate. Critics call it exploitative, arguing that Roblox is profiting immensely off the labor of its young user base, many of whom are minors. They point out that Roblox is essentially a huge, gamified labor market for kids who might not fully understand the value of their work. Roblox, on the other hand, defends the system by saying they provide the platform, the servers, the security, and the entire infrastructure for free, which enables these young creators to even have a business in the first place. They see it as a partnership, where they take a significant cut to maintain and grow the ecosystem. The truth, as always, is probably somewhere in the middle. It's a system with massive potential, but one that also has some serious ethical questions to consider. Now let's talk about something truly fascinating: Roblox's vision for the future. they aren't just thinking about games. They're thinking about creating a true metaverse. David Basaki often talks about building a platform for human co-experience, where people don't just come to play, but to learn, to work, to socialize, and even attend events. We are already seeing this happen. Major brands like Nike, Gucci, and Chipotle have created persistent worlds inside Roblox. Artists like Lil Nas X and 21 Pilots have held virtual concerts that drew in millions of attendees. This is the bigger picture. Roblox isn't competing with Minecraft or Fortnite as much as it's competing with TikTok, YouTube, and even the real world for your time and attention. They want Roblox to be the place where you hang out with friends after school, where you attend a class, where you go to a concert. They're investing heavily in technology to make this happen, like improving graphics, creating more realistic avatars, and even developing AI-powered tools that will make it even easier for anyone to create complex 3D worlds. But this grand ambition comes with huge challenges. The biggest one is moderation. With millions of experiences and a user base of hundreds of millions, how do you keep everyone safe? Roblox has been criticized for issues with inappropriate content and scams popping up on the platform. It's a constant game of cat and mouse. They use a combination of automated AI filters and thousands of human moderators working around the clock to review content. But with the sheer volume of stuff being uploaded every single second, things inevitably slip through the cracks. It's a monumental task, and one that they have to get right if they want to build this trusted global metaverse. Another hidden truth is just how data-driven the entire platform is. Roblox collects an insane amount of data on what players do, what games they play, how long they play for, what they buy, who they interact with. This data is pure gold. It allows them to understand user behavior on a massive scale and fine-tune the platform to keep people engaged for as long as possible. It also helps them identify which games are about to become the next big hit, so they can promote them and make them even bigger. It's a powerful feedback loop that constantly optimizes the platform for engagement and, of course, for profit. So, when you look at Roblox, don't just see a collection of blocky games. See it for what it truly is, a revolutionary platform that blurred the lines between player and creator. It's a complex, multi-billion-dollar economy with its own set of ethical dilemmas. It's a bold experiment in building the metaverse, a vision of the future where our digital and physical lives become increasingly intertwined. The story of Roblox is about more than just games. It's about creativity, community, controversy, and the future of how we interact with each other. It's a story that's still being written, and we are all a part of it. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think is the most surprising thing about Roblox? Let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more untold stories from the world of gaming. See you in the next one.